Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, Memorial Stadium and home to the Missouri Tigers, where we are anticipating quite a clash on Faroe Field today. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tigers offense will get the first crack at it here. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Coming after it. He'll pull it down and run. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
I know the passing game sells. The passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
After run, now throw. And he makes the catch inside the 25. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Fast motion from the offense. Trying the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And here comes the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Pressure coming. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll run play action. Getting some heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Robbins. Got his man quickly. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job by the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out of it.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. He'll try to do it himself. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
And here comes the offense on second down. They're trying to get to it. They've got the screen set up. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Witherspoon. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. This offense has a second down play. Handoff from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The give from the gun. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the ground with the back. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to pass. It's Turner. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Right down the boulevard, it's good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Connection to the right. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He's going to pass. Makes his connection. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his man down the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. 2nd down coming up. On the run, it's Hall. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Got some room, headed to the goal line. line, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Irish!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's past the 30. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. A first down for the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Still on his feet at the 25. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Turner. It's complete on the right side. Makes the catch and knocked down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Tigers are on the move. Trying to find his man on first down. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. They'll go with a direct snap. The Tigers brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He's looking to throw it. On the move to his left. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. The Irish generating heat from the linebacker position. A Mike Stonebreaker, Manti Te'o type play.
And when you can get linebackers that can get after the quarterback, that can be a force on first, second, and third down, get in the quarterback's face, make his life heck. Really nice job by the linebacker there.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here in the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Looking for room at the 30. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. He wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish back on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back.
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Puts him in the spin cycle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Offense in a bunch formation. Going up top on 1st down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Turner. Ball in the air, intercepted! Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or you would trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get landed on.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on 1st down. He's going to pass. He's got his man.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Snaps it in the shotgun. Looking for the score. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Ball still on the 34 after the incompletion. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd and 10. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Scanning the field, it's Turner. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. The give to the tailback. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Here come the Irish back on offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
I agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. To the air, it's Robbins. Makes the grab over the middle. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Unleashes it on the run. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand-new game. They're trailing by 11 to Louisville. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to go up top on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Line getting set on 2nd down. Quarterback checking the play. after the incompletion. Back to the passing game. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. A little screen to the running back. Runs through a tackle. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quick pass on the jet motion. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead going around the outside.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. They'll run the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Using his legs, it's Cook. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. It's a draw. Turns it on in midfield. All kinds of running room. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, got the long touchdown.
And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished things off racing 63 yards to the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Cruz. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. looking to throw it again. He finds his man. Still on his feet at the 45. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Little touch pass to the receiver. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Guard in the backfield. It's Little. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Looking downfield, it's Turner. He'll throw it. And they will score! Touchdown, Tigers! They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished. But this offense obviously still has work to do. But the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Shakes off the defender.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pulls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now they're going to throw it. Gets it out fast. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to run for it. At the 20, he's got space. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
He found the hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Complete along the sidelines, and that'll be good enough for the 1st down.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the 1st down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Turner. Finds his tight end. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Well, I'll tell you, he picked a good time to have his longest run of the day. Really nice job there, feeling the pressure, buying himself some time, and then taking off and getting north. And just so gifted when he's in the open field. That's going to really give a jolt to his offense.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Trying to get to him. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. And sure, tackling there to keep them from getting to the first down marker. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Takes it on the return. Makes a move. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Looking for a man. It's Turner. Blasted as he lets it go. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics.